My beautiful model, she actually came straight from work. So this is what she wore wears to work. So I thought that was really accurate to leave that because you're here for my work drab. Because you just throw it on, So work drab to holiday fab. And so this is our holiday fab ending, except we are going to do a beautiful red glitter lip, which is, so timely which is so timely because it's holiday season. So she wore this to work today. So what I'm going to start with, and it's so cool, she even brought her bag. This is her after work bag in case something comes up. And she's like, oh, yes, I can fix it back up really quick. So I love that she brought that because it kind of speaks to what I'm using. I'm going to use concealer first. That's going to be such a great product to always keep in your kit. Just to freshen up any parts of the skin. It is such an instant pick-me-up. It's actually that product that I use whenever I'm working on weddings. At the main end, who doesn't want a good touch-up, I always use concealer. So that's a way to just brighten it all back up, bring it back to life. So we're going to bounce back and forth so you can hear hair tips too from Tara.
Yeah, so you went to work, you had 2-day-old curly hair. You don't want to recurl it because that just takes way too much time, especially with all this gorgeous hair she has here. So I like to freshen it up by adding some dry shampoo, especially at that root area, just to give you a little bit more lift and some life there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to do a fun little easy peasy updo. I promise it's nothing crazy. You're not going to look like a bride. It's just super easy, super fun, super simple. Unless you want to look like a bride, then.
I am really great at makeup and not with hair, so I'm listening at the same time, what can I do to make my hair look better?
She's always like, save my hair, please.
I know. It's so helpful. We all want to feel better, you know?
Absolutely.
Especially when someone's like, oh, hey, do you want to go to that after work party? And you're like, I just got off work at 5. And it's at what time? And they're like, it's at 6.
And you're like, cool, I have so much time.
Cool. So what do I do with what I have?
No, you're fine. Sorry.
But I'm going in with concealer, just under the eyes, around this area, around the nose. The center of the face tends to, just because we sweat there, that's areas that your makeup will wear off faster. And she has just a really neutral base on the lid, a little bit of, mascara. She might have had a shadow on earlier, but it is gone because it was worn all day at work. And that's real. So real. Israel. Oh, this is super organic. So please ask questions.
All the questions.
Yes. 20 minutes. Buena pregunta. Very good question. So I use Pro Long Wear concealer from MAC. It's something that I feel works great for every day, and it also works great for events and weddings. It's full coverage. There's tons of concealers out there. I know a lot of people like Shape Tape. NARS makes a really awesome concealer. So I think just first off, knowing what you want it to do, and this is kind of in general, knowing what you want your product to do or what your product isn't doing, and then doing a little research and seeing what product falls into those expectations. Because there's a lot of products out there now, and we see even more. And so don't get discouraged, I think is my stressor on that. Just don't get discouraged. There's a lot of things, but narrow down first what you want it to do.
Josh, do you have a question?
Because I can use a very little amount, and it does, it's high impact with less product. So it does, covers real quick.
Yes.
That's a good question.
So right now I'm using Mika's dry shampoo, which is phenomenal. It smells amazing.
My favorite.
Another one that I like is called Dirty to Flirty by Faye 4. And then, what's another one? And you can honestly get, Dove or something like that if you want to be not extra. But those two are definitely for sure my favorite. And then, so after I put that dry shampoo, I like to tease a little bit at this crown area. And another thing that people always forget to do as well is teasing right in front of that crown area on the sides here. Because sometimes you see it and you're like, oh, I look like I went to prom, I just have this bump right here in the back, but you want to bring a fullness throughout the whole entire head. So I like to tease in this whole top area right here.
I love dry shampoo. I'm like, what? Which one is best?
Dry shampoo is life-saving.
Yes.
And then I like to also leave these front pieces out to give it just kind of a more relaxed, romantic type look. Just to make it look a little bit more undone so you don't look too formal.
Yay, so after concealer, I've gone in with a powder that has any powder you love will work. What I was going for is kind of a natural finish to the skin, nothing like super matte, just because a lot of people like matte. Matte is not my favorite because it doesn't look modern. Modern skin looks like the texture of skin. It's going to look natural. I like a lot of creamier products for like my daily use because that's a texture that's real. I know like there's a disconnect sometimes with Instagram and real makeup. I'll go there because Instagram is not real and that makeup is something they've put on to take a picture of, and it's okay that yours does not look like that. So I like textures that look like a real life person, just because in person is where you're face to face with people and they see this texture. So it's like, I just don't like a really, really matte powder because that doesn't look lifelike. But that mineral powder from MAC I like because it looks just like the natural texture of the skin. So I went over the Pro Longwear with that to give more of a smoothness from here because I did the concealer more in here. So it gave different textures here and here, which makes the skin look dimensional. Did that get really deep really quick?
Whoa, girl.
Okay, my love language is words of affirmation, so I like
So
words.
watch out.
I'm sorry. I like words, so I get wordy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so my next step was I just took this hair in this crown area and then I just added 2 bobby pins back here to secure it. To secure it right here. Don't do it up too high because we want to have more of like a lower bun right here. And then after that, I sprayed a texture spray on it. This is the Alterna Perfect Texture Spray. So I like to just spray it right here, kind of use my fingers to manipulate it a little bit, pull it up just like that. Another way that you can do it is taking like a comb or anything and just kind of giving a little bit of lift right there, just to give it a little bit more life.
We have to give a shout out to Alterna and MAC. They both have sponsored our products for this evening. So if you're interested in any of the products that you see, just ask us and we can tell you what we're using.
Yes. So I love that she just mentioned that because the eyeshadow palette that I get to use is one of MAC's holiday ones. And they were so kind to even, we have some cards that if you take in, they will extend a 15% discount for you on regular product. So they were very, very kind to do that. Their product is so amazing. I'm so biased. I try not to speak to that, but it's awesome. We're adding highlight because what is a holiday without highlight? When you're worried about like I know you're all probably thinking like, where does my highlight go kind of moment. But the highlight, if you can find like where the actual light would hit the top, like highest point of your cheek, that's where we're going to go. So I'm just setting it along the top of the cheek.
That's a really great question, and I think you guys hear that a lot about highlight, is like, how do I highlight and contour? So if you have any questions around that, feel free to ask. Also, just really quickly, the cards, we'll have them back here on the table to save that discount at MAC, so we'll have those for you after.
So I added this really low ponytail here in the back. Just kind of loosely gathered it and then pinch and pull pieces right here just to make it a little bit more loose, relaxed. And then the next step I'm gonna do is just split this into 3, just do a regular 3-stranded braid. And then I'll fluff it up and add a hair tie at the end and then kind of pin it into a nice little bun. Turn your head back. Perfect.
Yes, question?
Are you guys recording this so that we could see it without it?
Yes, yes. We'll post it on our Instagram. So follow us on bright.beauty if you're not already, and we'll put them there. Yeah.
Great question.
Which this is a great upstyle too. Even if you have like shorter hair, finer hair, because I mean, this girl has a lot of hair, you know what I mean? But it still will work if you don't have this much hair. It's just a great, easy way to kind of make a a nice formal bun, but not have it look too ballerina or anything like that, because sometimes we just want to look really relaxed, which that's totally my vibe. So, unlike, you can't really tell today, but Kayla did my makeup. I wanted to look fabulous.
Okay, holiday, just saying, if you're ever hesitant, but you want to try color on your eyes or somewhere on the face, holiday time is so fun to use glitter, to use color eyeliner, color mascara, because it's like that time where you dress up and it's like different. So don't be afraid to throw in like color eyeliner, just a little side note. And open for me. So MK has this really awesome like rounded shape in here. You always just want to enhance your shape. So I am going in with a deeper shade with her eyes open in that crease, just to give more of a roundness there. And we're going to add this shimmer on the lid, and we're going to get to that glitter lip.
And so after I pancaked it a little bit, which a lot of people are like, okay, what does that mean? So when you have your braid done, sometimes people are like, my braid looks too tight, like it doesn't look cute. Why do people have all these full, like great braids? So, like even if you have thin hair, pancaking and pulling apart a braid can make it look so much fuller and thicker. So a great way to do that is kind of just grab this braid and just pull it. Just give it a little pinch and pull. And it just adds so much more fullness to it. Adding texture spray or a light hold hairspray will also help with that as well, just to kind of give it that nice fullness. And even if you have layers and stuff and those pieces fall out, that's totally fine because it will give it more of a relaxed look anyways. Another important thing with bobby pins, do not open your bobby pin before you put it in the hair. That's very important.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
because, yes, I'll tell you all about it. When you open a bobby pin, you're putting too much hair for that bobby pin to hold. So that's why a lot of times if you use bobby pins, they'll fall out. Yes, I love this, light bulb moment. So when you have a bobby pin, you want to keep it intact the way it is. Put it in the hair, but weave it in, like that. Yes, a lot of times you'll have to use more bobby pins, but at least your hair won't fall out.
How do you make the bobby pin not like stick out? Like how do you make it look part of your hair?
And so that's the thing too, is what I was always told as a bridal stylist is you should be able to use black bobby pins on a blonde and you still can't see them. So with that method and with that technique, being able to just weave it in, you can't see it. Yes, you can, I promise. You can.
You totally practice makes
Just weave
progress,
it in.
not perfection. I love that saying. Practice makes progress.
See, and it's already holding itself. Just by not opening that bobby pin and having it hold too much hair.
So I totally forgot to put lip conditioner on MK. She was just like, my lips feel dry. So normally, if you know you're going to do like something intense on the lips, put lip conditioner or something on at the beginning of your makeup. So then by the time you get to the end, they feel better, they feel ready. This is fine. Yes, you want them to feel good. So we're going to get to this red lip. I'm going to do the lipstick first, and then I like to do liner second, just so I don't create a shape that's wrong by lining first. I like to actually fill in the space and then polish up the shape.
And again, I'm just kind of going around my bun right now and weaving in those bobby pins, making sure it feels secure in all the areas. Also making sure that that hair tie that I had at the bottom is hidden underneath as well. Kind of give it a little shake, make sure nothing's moving.
So I tilt her back just so I can see the shape happening and that it's symmetrical. I do that even to myself. I'll lean back so I can see, because you can't see symmetry when you're head on. If you tilt back, you can see the roundness and the points on the lip and making sure that it's straight.
Who loves the red lip though?
Yes.
That's my favorite lip.
Yes.
Like my favorite.
It's funny because
Guitar,
I always think red is not even about like, how do I wear red? It's actually in here. It's like, how do I wear red instead of like,
That's a
It
really
really
great, like,
is.
who's afraid to wear red? And you can totally
That's
be
a-
honest, because we hear that
I'm
all the
afraid
time.
to
Like,
wear red.
I'm afraid of a red,
Yeah.
right? It's a super intense color.
Terrifying.
Kayla, how does somebody choose the right red for their skin tone?
Does it feel secure?
That's an easy question, right?
I really think, like, honestly, just trying it on, because even the right red, you're not going to fully feel comfortable in if you haven't made that choice in here. Just to say, I can wear this. No matter what it is, really, it's like, okay, I like it. But trying them out first, probably trying a blue kind of base red on, going into like different Sephora's, different stores, Ulta's, and just experimenting and getting in there and trying it, because it's definitely worth it. And you can take less time on your eye makeup when your lips are fabulous. So
Yes. And then another thing, if you have pieces like this that are hanging out, if you don't want pieces like that hanging out, a nice tip that I like to do is to take your bobby pin, connect it right here on the end, kind of twist it, and just put it right in kind of wherever looks good to
Yes,
you.
Tip. That was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another thing I like to do after I kind of start having like the shape that I want is spray more of this texture spray on it. And then again, just kind of pinch and pull it a little bit, give it a little bit more fullness in areas that you want. If you want to get super crazy with it, you want it super relaxed, you can start just pulling little pieces out too.
Okay, we had a question. Do you want?
So when you're lining the lips, do you use lip liner filling the whole lip, or do you just do the edges of the lip to create dimension?
I like a little of both. I do. If it's, I'll do the lipstick first to fill in, but then I'll take the liner and start where that lipstick ends and work my way out. That's just a trick that I've learned I like, so I don't just immediately create a shape that I'm not okay with. It's like an outward motion of then seeing as I'm going along. Does that answer a little? Okay. That's a great question. I mean, like, look at just that. Like, so pretty. And that's such a quick, like, lips, a bold lip for holiday is such a quick fix to just do concealer really quickly after you're heading out of the office, and then a bold lip. I mean, that's so easy.
Throw some lashes on there and you're good to go.
Yes.
Or not. Who can put on their own lashes? That's also a challenge that, yeah. We could have a whole class on lashes, I feel.
That could, yeah.
Oh,
if
that
this
could be
one
at our
lasts
next
this
class.
long, we could totally have an entire class. So with lips, I like a flat brush for the glitter because it mimics the shape of your finger if you were pressing. So what I start with, and the lipstick I used is a little bit creamier type of lip. It's not really dry. Think about dry and then a glitter particle. It's just not going to adhere right. So you want a lipstick that has a nice creamier texture. And so I just start. It's going to look like Dorothy's red slippers. I'm so excited. It really does. It looks like you're like, there's no place like home.
Can I not move my lips anymore?
Oh, that is something. So when you have glitter on your lip, you just have to consciously make the choice to just like let your lips rest the whole night. So it's like, they just kind of sit there. You don't put them, you don't press them together. You don't like do any of that. You just let them sit. And it's so pretty.
Okay, so Kayla, I pressed mine together. Are we still doing okay? Did I mess it all up? Still pretty good. I've had it on for a couple of hours now, so. This is so fun, y'all. I mean, glitter on the lips.
Do you all
can-
have some holiday parties coming up? Anybody?
I would hope so.
I know, I'm like, come on. It's a crazy, like after October, I always tell my friends, if I've not seen you by the end of September, I won't see you till January. So I know y'all got some parties.
So we're going to invite you to our party on January 5th, Bright and the Riveter. We're going to host a party here. The theme is Rhinestone Cowboy.
Oh yeah, we're very excited about
We're
this.
inviting our customers, and now you're part of our family, so welcome. And you can definitely come. We're going to have music and a band. It's going to be so much fun.
And then another like tip, I guess, right here is just if you have flyaways that you don't like, use like a workable hairspray. Just kind of spray it and gently just use the can to kind of get those to go away.
Okay, we have a quick question.
Quick question.
Where do you get the glitter?
Where do you get the glitter?
Yes. That's a great question. So I worked with MAC for so long, and they have just such a super, super small glitter that I love. But there are brands out there. There's a brand like Eye Candy that we love. They're little bitty ones. I prefer fine and little glitter when it comes to the lips because it's just smaller and it like layers better. So it moves with the shape of the lip and the roundness.
So you can't get that at MAC?
You can get this one. Yeah, this one is their red, just red glitter.
So Annie made us do glitter stuff last 2 weekends ago, and she got it at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah. Yes. No, you totally. Hobby Lobby, Amazon. We've ordered tons. Like our glitters over here, we love for our pop-up bars, and they are from Amazon, and they're just the bomb. Like they're like solar out of this world. Yeah. Was it big? Was it chunky glitter?
Put it on near your eye.
Yeah.
If you're gonna use craft glitter, just keep it away from your eyes. Because then if it gets in your eye, it can
Because
Yeah.
it's not as like
If
soft.
it's not cosmetic grade glitter, don't put it on your eyeballs. You can put it anywhere else in your face.
Okay, so ladies, we have about 5 more minutes.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
So another
rush.
fun thing that you can do with your bun is add just like a nice little detailing. Like I kind of like to just put it off to the side a little bit and put it right in the middle. Just kind of make it a little festive and holiday-y. Another fun thing that you can do if you're like going to like I don't know, what are those ugly sweater Christmas parties or something crazy?
Yes.
So this is like a sticky like hair jewelry type spiel.
Have y'all seen this on Instagram yet? Like it's like the
Okay,
new trend.
try and
I'm
face
loving
the
this trend though.
audience.
Okay,
That was a real reaction. Just I don't know if y'all saw that. That was a like, oh my God, that's so amazing. Yeah.
I thought it was all gonna be in my mouth, but it's not.
No. And you
It's
can
just
feel like
take
you just want it to kind of rest. So, but I don't put gloss or anything on top of the glitter because if you think about that texture is reflecting straight from the light, so you don't want anything over it.
And it doesn't feel like
What is this?
Hair stickers.
I love.
So just put it down your part. Just something a little fun, a little spunky,
I love that.
a little festive, a little holiday.
Done.
how long have you seen one stay on?
I mean, you can keep them on for like a night. I don't know if you. Oh yeah.
It
But if
depends
you like
on how
go to
much you
sleep
dance,
with
honey.
it,
How much you gonna dance?
it will be all tank. Yeah, you can dance with it. You're good to go. Does it feel weird on your head?
Yeah.
There you go. So just pull it off. Just pull it off. Rip it off. No, I would do it a little more gentle than like ripping it off like a Band-Aid. If you want to be crazy, you can put like a little oil or something. But I mean, it's not like super sticky where you're gonna rip your hair off.
So
But yeah, and then just kind of spray it with some hairsprays just to set it all in place, and you got yourself a nice little holiday updo.
Yes. And then that is your holiday lip. Awesome. Thank you. And y'all make sure to check them out as they're walking around.